Yo, check it out. This too tough here. Listen, I guess this is the breaking news. Dillian Whyte has tested positive for a banned substance leading up to his fight with Oscar Rivas. It was said that he tested positive on July 17th. on a UCAD test. VADA wasn't notified. It wasn't involved with VADA or WBC. So them allowing the fight to go on was not the WBC's decision. It was not VADA's decision. It was UCAD and a BBOC, the British Board of Boxing Control or something like that. I think it's BBBOC that allowed the fight to carry on. So we're waiting for his B sample, I guess, to be tested. Most times the B sample comes back the same as the A sample. It's very rare that the B sample shows something different than what the A sample showed. So, I mean, but of course we have to wait to get the final results, because again, the B sample has not yet come back. We're still waiting on word from Dillian Whyte. Eddie Hearn came out and said that he tweeted a message that many people believe that like he's double talking within the message, stating that they took testing and then they was cleared to fight. So there was nowhere in the tweet that said that the tests that they took came back negative. Oscar Rivas also spoke out and said that he believes that the fight results should be reversed because of these findings, which in a large part probably that might happen. They might deem it a no contest, as they did in the past with certain fights, and Rivas wouldn't have a loss on his record. The situation though is what happens with Dillian Whyte. He was to become the mandatory for Deontay Wilder, or the WBC title. He was the WBC Interim title holder. Now, obviously a no contest. Rivas didn't win the fight, so I don't see them being able to just give it to Rivas. However, Whyte would probably get stripped of his position. They may allow Rivas to fight someone up and down the line, possibly Povetkin, to satisfy, to get Deontay Wilder's next mandatory. They might let Rivas fight Kalnaki. That would be interesting to see after Kalnaki, if he gets past Areola. So yeah, they Dillian Whyte kind of like shook up the boxing news world, because the issue was Andy Ruiz and the rematch and him refusing to go to the UK, and now with the results, Andy Ruiz is saying that he's really not going to go to the UK now because he doesn't want to get set up in a fight. So basically, we're just awaiting what the B sample is going to say, and see. Also, I kind of waiting for what Dillian Whyte has to say publicly, to see if he will deny it, state that he made a mistake, or what. So we're going to, we're just waiting and seeing. This is what it is, the waiting game. All right. My position is cheating is cheating. This is his second time, so I think that his ban, I think the first ban that he got might have been too expensive, but he received a 2-year ban for some over-the-counter supplement. So it's possible they make it longer. Because if he received a 2-year ban his first time, that means the penalty should be about equal or greater than his first penalty, right? Like, that would make sense. So if he served a 2-year ban, I mean, if he had to suffer a 2-year ban the first time, 2 years, that's like 2 years out of his career. Dillian Whyte, Dillian Whyte, Dillian Whyte. That's so sad. Yeah, and in Pacquiao news, obviously, you know, we know that Pacquiao defeated Keith Thurman, and he's now the sole WBA champion at the moment, until they just, you know, until they come up with an interim in the world and all of this other gold stuff. Anyway, so people are wondering what's he gonna do next. He's been calling out Floyd. Him and Floyd been having a little back and forth social media, Twitter war. They be on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. Pacquiao daring Floyd to come fight him. Floyd saying, keep your name out my mouth, I'm done. Back and forth, all of this other, you know, one-upping each other, trying to posture. But personally, I think that it's the most lucrative fight that they could both have right now. It's probably still a $100 million fight, especially Pacquiao coming off the way he looked against Keith. That could definitely sell. You know, people will be like, okay, well, Pacquiao might have, you know, they could definitely sell. He had his shoulder hurt in the first fight. But other possible opponents people are talking about, I'm hearing, obviously the Spence Porter winner. Pacquiao's decided not to fight this year. Amir Khan thought he was going to get the fight, but he didn't get the fight. But so not Amir Khan, Spence Porter winner. There's a possibility, but that's the next year. Danny Garcia was a name thrown out there. I doubt that one. Mikey Garcia seems more of a possibility than Danny Garcia. He has a Mexican fan base. Him and Pacquiao aren't really that big of a difference in size. Not that Danny is a big guy, but you know, they're both guys that really are above their weight class at welterweight, in my opinion. So that would not be a bad fight. But Mikey would probably need to have a win. So he would need to probably come back this year, face somebody. Maybe, I mean, you know, they could put Mikey against one of these other guys like Ugas or Jamal James. But those guys are also trying to get on the rise and trying to, you know, well, not Ugas so much, but Jamal James, he's trying to do things that might be counterproductive for his career if he tries to compete against Mikey, because he's been fighting in Minnesota, being a hometown guy and all of this other stuff. If he goes and fights Mikey, and Mikey is probably going to be deemed the A side in that fight, so I don't know how willing Jamal James would be to do that. So don't do that one. But Mikey, again, like I said, maybe Victor Ortiz. Maybe he could do a Victor Ortiz. But that's just for him to have a comeback fight. Josecito Lopez is another one that's a possibility. He looked good against Keith. And then if he beats, yeah, that might even make sense. Josecito Lopez, Mikey Garcia this year. Let Mikey get a win versus a guy that you know, had a tough fight versus Keith. If he could beat him more soundly than Keith did, then they could sell a Pacquiao-Mikey fight. Yeah, they could probably do that. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Too Tough, and I'm out.